Yes,
Gotta declare victory.
in terms of the election, we won. You know, I think we did a lot of influencing on YouTube. We had a super powerful channel.
Yeah, we were able to flip some voters for sure.
Yeah, we
Maybe the
definitely.
wrong way. They're like, oh, these guys are fucking. They're going for them. Damn, never mind. Let me not vote for them. You know, let me vote for the libertarian, bro. Ted
Did
Cruz, bro,
you
still won it, bro. Dude, I
that
mean,
was why we have Ted Cruz, bro? I don't understand. Like, is there not a better choice?
he's just like, I don't know, dude. All reliable, I guess, bro. Everyone fucking gets him every time. Beto couldn't beat him. This guy, All Red couldn't beat him. So he's sticking around, dude.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Fuck it. I don't know. I
but
mean,
yeah, let's talk about
do
the
you
big boy,
do you
Donald
think
Trump.
Beto O'Rourke could become Republican and just like
Flip, nah, dude. I follow that guy on Twitter, bro. He's a straight up libtard, bro.
yeah
He's like, yeah, dude. He was. I mean, I feel like these guys who like at the end of the day they end up back in Kamala. And I'm like, dude, you guys look weird. Did you see those celebrities that were posting? I saw the Avengers, like they were like on some kind of video chat, maybe a Zoom or
yes
Skype, and it was so cringe. But the Avengers are trying to get, we're trying to get everyone to vote for Kamala, bro. It's like, dude, what? You guys are so out of like, no one can relate to you. You guys literally fly on private jets. You fly like you drive in and out of cities like nothing. Like, dude, no, we can't. We don't relate to you. So we're not gonna vote with who you say. And it's just hilarious, bro. Like uh, that they think that they know. I think this was a big win for like the modern media. You know, the old media is dead, bro. Like you know how they're showing
legacy media.
the old legacy media is gone. It's dead. Their numbers are down. They have no influence. Meanwhile, you see the new media taking over, like the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, even Theo Von's podcast, bro. What the hell? Like that shit was that was like my goofy podcast that I used to watch like in the background, like you know what I mean? It's just to laugh, and somehow he got Trump on, and it's like Milk Boys, all that kind of shit. Like what the fuck? Like the new media just completely take over, bro. Uh, so
Yeah,
yeah,
Trump
dude.
was one of the. I mean, Theo Bond was one of the new. Like, he was one of the first people to actually have Trump. No, like he was one
He
of
was
the
the first
first
one.
podcasts.
First one. Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently his son Baron Trump was like behind the whole thing. He's like, yeah, you gotta go get on these uh, younger viewing shows like podcasts and stuff like Theo Von and Joe Rogan, which makes sense when his son's about like college age, which makes sense that's who you want to target, right? Your target audience would be that. So yeah, that was a very smart move. I think it definitely played a part, bro.
yeah.
Um,
It's really impressive how Barron Trump came through and how like Trump actually listened to him because he's only 18 and he's telling him like, "Nah, you need to go on this Aiden Ross podcast." Trump
stream,
has
yeah.
never heard of Aiden Ross ever, bro.
No, no way. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, yeah. Not Kai Cenat, who of course was on the other side, right? I mean, are they cool? Like is that it's weird, right? Because like I feel like Kai Cenat and like he was kind of like he spoke about how Kamala's team reached out, right?
Yeah, but he didn't want to do anything
But
with
he
it.
didn't do it though. Okay, that's good. I was curious if he like, yeah, he didn't do it
Nah,
though. So
I
okay,
feel like Kaisana was more like I can't really get Trump on it because then Twitch is gonna like cancel me or something.
so he just
So
stayed neutral. He stayed
stay
neutral.
political,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, good. That's smart. Smart
Yeah,
move.
I mean, I don't, I don't think, I don't think people who are like I don't know. I feel like people who are leftists who voted for Kamala, a lot of them they weren't really like I don't want to say I don't want to offend anyone, but I don't think they were right, man. I don't think they were right in the head. Like I think they were just too emotional. Like
I think I even saw Bernie tweeted. Bernie tweeted out like the left has completely lost touch with the working middle class. Like
yeah,
the middle class has just had enough of this shit. Y'all had 4 years and completely fucked it up. So what did you expect? You expected loyalty out of that? No, it's not how you get loyalty.
no,
So that's what you saw. Hey, Bernie tweeting that shit. Coming from Bernie, bro, who like, let's be honest, Bernie should have been nominated instead of Hillary in 2016, right? Like Hillary's completely robbed him in 2016. No matter
yeah.
where you lean, or no matter where you lean politically, like he should have been on that ballot instead of her. And since then, the Democratic Party has been an absolute shambles, bro. So you can say that at this point in time, the Republican Party is like completely unified with an agenda, and then you have this Democratic Party, which just lost. Um, which I also want to talk about how 20 million voters disappeared over 4 years because that's fucking sketchy, bro. But yeah, the Democratic Party is completely shambles. They have no plan, no strategy. They just have Tim Walz, the old knucklehead. Oh, I'm just a knucklehead. What do you say? I'm just sometimes I'm a knucklehead.
This was about him talking about going to war with the front line with an assault rifle or whatever. And he's like, sometimes I'm just a big old knucklehead.
But sir, you were saying you were in Tokyo. You were actually in Tokyo, and you were saying you were there. Like, what does that have anything to do with that? Sometimes I'm just a plain old knucklehead. Like what the fuck?
Was it
So
Tiananmen Square, right? Like the fucking famous photo. He said he was there.
he said he was there, bro. Like what the fuck? Yeah. So absolute shambles, brother. Like they have no unison. They're completely divided. You have. I'm pretty sure there's other Democratic people who are like, well, Democrats who are like, I could have gotten a better chance. Like Gavin Newsom in California. I think he wanted a
Yeah,
shot. I think he wanted a shot at it, but they told him now running Kamala. So it's like, man, they're a mess, and they lost not just the presidency, bro. They lost the Senate and the House. They
yeah,
are fucked for the first time in 50 years. You have a full Republican swing, bro. They won everything. Everything's a landslide, which is like, what the hell, dude? So they are in for a rough 4 years as far as left leaning policies, and I've heard people like kind of go you've kind of seen this reaction from the leftist people who are like saying, "Oh, he's gonna become president forever. He's gonna pass a bill. He's gonna become president forever. He said it. It's the end of democracy." What?
yeah.
How? They, you don't think he would have done that last time he was president? He's already
Hmm.
been president. You don't think if he wanted to have that agenda, he would have done it last time? Come on, guys. Have some fucking common sense, bro. You can't be making bullshit like that. That's the whole idea behind our branches of power, dude. Like that can't happen. Uh, So right
So yeah,
now, I guess sorry to pivot, but yeah, now he's talking. Now right now we're in the period where he's appointing people to his cabinet, and it's
hmm
pretty important because I feel like the last time, bro, he had some snakes in his back, bro. He got some people with knives ready to fucking betray him, and they did, right?
yeah. I mean, on the Joe Rogan podcast, Trump said that he didn't know anything, that he had to appoint all these like 10,000 different positions once he got to the White House. So now it's been what 8 years since he won or something. So now he has more experience, and now he's picking some pretty well-known names like
Yeah.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. He appointed those to be the Department of Government Efficiency, aka Dogecoin. Like they're actually creating a new agency.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Vivek Ramaswamy said in a quote that he wants to take away the Department of Education, like take that whole section of the government away. Like it's basically not worth it. And I don't know what do you think about that? That kind of sounds controversial, no?
Well, it's controversial, but I think most of it is at the state level, right? Like each state has its own Department of Education board, right? I know a little bit about this because my friends are teachers and they tell me, and like I can. It's also part of it's a government job, right, to be a teacher, right? So, maybe it's like another. I guess it's a Republican thing to be like, hey, leave it to the state to handle their issues when it comes to education. Um, and it is controversial, but maybe that's why the budget's so overinflated, bro. Maybe Vivek spotted something that we haven't, Um, I mean, let's be honest, the government is super redundant right now. We have so many employees who are probably doing the same thing in different departments. And that needs to be evaluated, bro. I don't know how often they get audited. I mean, I get fucking audited at my work every year, bro. People come and look at what I do, and if I'm doing some shit wrong, I get fucking findings and shit. I gotta fix it. I don't
Yeah.
know how often that's happening at government agencies or at these kind of levels of agencies. I don't know how often that's happening, or if it's happening, or if they're just writing off, and you're good. Here you go. Here's $5 million for this month. What I don't know. Like just I would not doubt it that there's a horrible amount of inefficiency in the government, and that obviously that lines up with our fucking deficit, bro. Like we're in the trillions of debt for a reason, right? That's not where's that coming from, right? I mean,
Hmm.
it just makes sense. There has to be something going on there, and it needs to be evaluated. Uh, so yeah, it makes. I don't know why it's Elon Musk. Why I don't know. I mean, maybe I know he bought Twitter and he fired like 40% of the company. No, 60% of the company, and Twitter's running fine now, right? So maybe he showed an example of how it can be done, and now it's time for the government to do that, right? So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, Elon Musk said that he could cut the government spending to 2 trillion, which I believe currently it's 6.5 under the Biden
oh wow,
administration. So 2 trillion. Um
that's
But
crazy.
I mean, they're not gonna have any mercy. They're just gonna cut people's jobs in federal agencies. But I guess there's a lot of corruption in these agencies, apparently from their point of view, and they just need to delete them. But I don't know. It's also interesting because I think Trump announced that he wants to do the Ministry of Truth as a government agency, and that's straight up from Halo. Like apparently the Ministry of Truth, what they're gonna do is going to be responsible at looking at different intelligence agencies such as the FBI and the CIA and making sure they're not spying on the American people or that they're spying on political candidates like it did on Donald Trump. This is like from one of his videos that he has on his website. And
Hmm.
he uses the Ministry of Truth, which is like straight up from like Halo. It's very interesting.
Damn,
Yeah.
it sounds familiar. I don't know. I haven't played Halo in so long, but I mean, I guess something that maybe just to be devil's advocate that I want to raise is like the whole Project 2025 thing. People have been using that as kind of like an inflammatory example of what the next 4 years are going to be like. But I mean, Trump is still like completely against it, right? He hasn't claimed any kind of you know ownership of it or like agreements to it, right? What
Yeah,
do you think of
Trump
that?
said he doesn't know about the book and that he doesn't want to even read the book or even talk about it. Apparently, he
Yeah,
doesn't know anything about it. So,
but they keep uttering that shit, bro. I keep seeing it like the left propaganda saying like Project 2025, what to beware, tips of Project 2025, stuff you might lose in 2025. I'm like, well, dude, chill the fuck out, dude. This guy is that's just misinformation right there, bro. Like, what the hell is that about?
yeah, man,
Um,
they just had a failed campaign. The Democrats just had a horrible, not worthy campaign. They have the right to lose because instead of attacking um like Trump for the things that he did wrong and actually finding like errors that he did. Things that people on TikTok, like if you go on a TikTok debate, they'll actually pull up facts of things that Trump has done wrong, or at least said actual facts in a way that makes Trump seem wrong. Instead of doing that, what they do is they attack Trump for his character and say that he's a threat to democracy to the point where he gets multiple assassination attempts. And then they compared him to Hitler because he had a rally at what is it at Times Square.
yeah,
So it's just the way they campaign themselves, especially Kamala Harris, where she didn't even want to say what she would do different from Biden, and just saying that nothing comes to mind. It just shows that she's like empty minded. And dude, if politics are dirty, if politics are meant to be dirty, and you're over here saying that Trump is a threat to democracy and that this is going to be the last election if he wins, and then they ask you a simple question like, "What would you do wrong in your administration?" Why would you throw Biden under the bus? You're already trying to kill Trump. Just throw Biden on the
throw
bus to
him.
make yourself
Yeah,
do
kill him.
better.
Yeah, 100.
That,
percent I She
that's
should
what
have.
she lost.
When they asked her what would you have, dude. When I saw this video, it was like, is there anything you would have done differently in the past 4 years? No, I can't think of a single thing I would have done different. She lost it. Like that's the exact thing we knew. We knew you didn't want to change shit. That's why no one voted for you. Like that's it. That's it. We want change. We can't have the same 4 years again. You know?
Yes. And then it's also a failed campaign because she's literally in debt. The campaign spent $1 billion and it's like 40 million in debt. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah. She doesn't know how to manage her money, which shows us how much the economy would have failed, right? So
Yeah. Like the fact that yeah, that's true. If her budget in the campaign, whoever ran the finances of the campaign did not pay attention on a simple Excel spreadsheet, simple chat GBT, type in like your numbers every day to see if you're profit or if you're going under.
yeah.
How the hell are they going to do that in the administration? Especially when they're going to pick some stupid DIY like DIY DEI, you
Yeah.
know?
It hires.
They'll be
Yeah.
like the first Hawaiian fucking
Transgender.
the first Hawaiian finance chief of America. Just
Yeah.
she's Hawaiian or lesbian or something.
Right.
Like also like you show how much like it showed how much fear and how lack of actual knowledge and policy she had when they spent $100,000 building the Call Her Daddy set so that Kamala wouldn't have to leave wherever she was. Like it'll
Embarrassing.
be much easier to just take a flight to wherever the Call Her Daddy podcast is filmed and film there. Why do you want to do some weird like fake thing where you bring the where you bring the podcast over, rebuild the set so it looks like you went somewhere? It's just spending so much money to try to make up for the lack of skills and transparency that you have with the American people. And the
100%.
voters were able to see that. That's why she didn't win the popular vote. She didn't win the electoral college. It's a
Not
failed campaign.
absolute landslide, right? What's it called? So it's all, I mean, her own fault, bro. Like, if you're, I was like, I was trying to say earlier, like the Democratic Party is just, it has no plan, no strategy, a lack of unison, right? They're divided. And the reason is because you have the far, far loonies left, the AOCs, the Tim Walz. And then you have, I think, the more moderates who, I mean, are still, don't get me wrong, they're still woke, but they're less woke than the rest. And there's just too much division there, bro. While in the Republican Party, you have a complete, well, not complete, but I mean, for the most part, it's unified, right? You have a plan, you have a strategy. I mean, if let's say, uh, I think Trump did a good call by bringing in Vance. He's a young guy, but he speaks well, and he's sharp, and he's really backed him pretty well. Um, so I can see, I can see a bill. Let's look in the future bills of the Republican parties. I can see Vance running for president. I can see Vivek running for
Definitely.
president. I can see even RFK. I don't know what his plans are, but he might run. Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, if you want to be if she was to run for president, I'll vote for her. She's a female, but it's not about being a female. It's about being qualified. I would probably vote for her. So there's a plan there, bro, and there's like a good amount of progress that can be made there. So that's what I think. I think that's why they won.
Yeah, that's an interesting point that you said. I didn't think about it, but I think Trump is picking people in his cabinet and in his administration that can potentially pass down the torch. They can pass down the
Hmm.
torch to, so that they can keep running for presidents. I
Yeah,
think JD Vance, like, um, I think he has potential because if you saw any interviews while he was running, he did not let CNN or MSNBC or anyone really take him down, bro. Like he was able to defend his ground in a way that was really impressive. Like he was, and they were
yeah,
attacking him hardcore. They were like, "You called Trump a Nazi before. Like you said, a childless cat ladies. You said, like a pro life thing." And he was like able to defeat every single point that they said and just argue back. That's a skill that's very similar to what Trump has. And
yeah.
JD Vance is better because he doesn't have like all these like criminal records of him like abusing women. Like he's married to like an Indian
Indian
woman,
woman,
and he's
right?
Catholic, so he goes to church. So he's like he's genuine when it comes to like his beliefs, right? So I think
Yeah,
he could be a good uh,
future president.
presidential campaign pick in the future for the
Yeah,
Republican Party.
100% agree. And also that speaking of like what was that one video where he was getting interviewed by that Taylor guy, the CNN guy, and he completely destroyed him. The guy, he looked like he wanted to cry, dude. Like that Taylor guy, the
Jack,
report.
wasn't it Jack?
I don't know his name, but he was like, "No, at the time we are just reporting about the FBI investigation." He's like, "No, you guys were spinning it as it was true." Yada yada yada. I mean, it was like it's a fist funny. Like it looked like he wanted to cry, bro. That fucking reporter. Um, but yeah, dude, I think this shows just like we were saying, like the legacy media is gone. Uh,
Yeah.
Fox and CNN are no longer dictating anything. They're useless. Their ratings are less than YouTube videos. Uh, so it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it makes me think of like the Titanic and like it's a sinking ship and
Yeah,
they're like, oh, full speed ahead, go to the iceberg, we can break it, and the iceberg is like Trump and all the people that are voting for him that are tired of the way the American system is, and the
yeah,
ship is literally the mainstream legacy media, and they try to go through the iceberg and they're sinking, and instead of like sending out the SOS like immediately and getting everyone to switch boards, like they waited till the last minute and now they completely sunk. Like they
too late.
failed, and they
Yeah,
failed in swinging this election like at all. Horrible.
correct, correct,
You
bro.
have
Yeah,
reports now that I believe CNN and MSNBC are looking for conservative talking heads. Like now they're looking for people who support Trump. I don't know if you saw that news. It came out today or
I
yesterday.
was hearing that apparently Candace Owens and was that Megan Kelly or someone are gonna have like a show on CBS. Uh,
No.
I forget where I heard this. Might have been a Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah, yeah. Look it up. Candace Owens got a deal with Megan Kelly or someone like that. Candace Owens CBS deal. I don't know. Look it up. I don't know where I heard it, but I know I heard it. Yep. Oh wait, never mind. CBS says it has not signed a deal, so I guess not true. Interesting. A CBS sports person said online narratives claiming that US has signed a deal with Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens. So it says apparently not true, huh? I wonder if they just became like they didn't like the reaction or something. I don't know, but I mean that'd be a smart move though if whatever uh what's it called network gets it. Basically, they want to combat like what the View has. That how the View is like so woke and shit.
Oh yeah,
They
that
want
was one of
something to
them too. The
contrast it.
View, the View, they're looking for someone conservative.
Oh really?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that. The View is looking for conservative voices, and then Whoopi Goldberg said that she's ready to quit the View. She said the reason she's still on is because she doesn't have money.
that's hilarious. She's a fucking actor. How's she broke?
Yeah, and it's also weird because the videos of her loving Trump for so many years, like before he ran as a
Fucking
politician.
backstabber. Yeah, dude. She's a backstabber. She was a
Even
fucking
when he
snake.
first ran, they like had him on the show.
Oprah Winfrey had Trump, dude, like as a guest, like in 1987 or whatever it was. Um,
Yeah,
it's
and
crazy.
Oprah Winfrey's tied to she's tied to Diddy. She's probably tied to Epstein, the Clintons. It's all a
As,
mess,
as
dude.
as I was saying, like, all celebrities, like, what do they have on these celebrities that are coming out and supporting freaking Kamala? Like, they must have something.
They must have some dirt on them for real, dude.
Yeah,
Um, well, let's break down each of the different picks that Trump has had so
yeah.
far.
Let's do it.
So the first one is CIA Director John Radcliffe. Have you heard that name before?
Radcliffe, like Harry Potter. Not playing.
Uh,
uh,
he-
but no, actually, I hadn't heard that. I didn't see that one. No.
so apparently, he's been selected for his efforts to combat perceived political weaponization within intelligence agencies. So
Okay.
he's been pointed notable for his investigation of former FBI agent against Peter Strzok, highlighting issues of political bias. So he's going to be the CIA director. Um,
Okay.
I didn't know the president got to appoint a CIA director. That's pretty cool. I thought the CIA was like independent. So, but
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know.
I mean, think about it. If you got someone who is known for combating the political weaponization of intelligence committees, and now he runs an
And that's what he
intelligence
wants to
committee.
focus on. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense.
So he's gonna clean the house of the CIA. I don't know if like, maybe this guy, if he'll be willing to expose some CIA files, because I mean on the Joe Rogan podcast, Trump said he's gonna declassify all of the JFK stuff.
JFK stuff, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
and
be
I
great.
mean RFK is there. I don't know if RFK has ever talked about the conspiracies. I feel like he's just kind of quiet about that, right? He doesn't really go into it.
Yeah, I think it's too personal. Yeah, but it's there. It's there for to be unearthed.
Yeah, so that one, the John Radcliffe, that's one of them, one of the picks. Not a lot of media outlash, I guess, for him. People are focusing more on what is Matt Gaze. Have you heard of Matt Gaze? Gaetz.
I had not heard of him, no, but I mean, I read a little bit about him now. Like, sounds like a kind of interesting person, right? Like,
So
people,
he's going to be the attorney general. I think he's fairly young. He's like in his 40s, but he was in military combat. He actually
yeah,
went to Harvard. He actually went to Harvard, and he's a Fox News weekend host. So everyone from the media is losing it, saying like, how the hell can Trump appoint attorney general someone
from
who's like
Fox,
just a news commentator? But
right?
this guy has a legit background in the military and went to Harvard, and I think he's like a judge or something. Like in
Yeah,
his
so
old age.
his resume checks out. Like, I don't know, I forget who I saw that was like going lashing out against him. Like, oh, he's just picking puppets from Fox News to work with him. Like, no, his resume actually does line up pretty well. Um, so I mean that I, everything that he's um done so far kind of makes sense, right? He got someone with a intelligence background to be the director of CIA, and now he has someone who has a background in the military and background of also working in the media and also fairly young to work as attorney general. So those things make sense. Um, and then what else we got? What else we got? I mean, we got I know Department of Health is obviously today was a big one of
Yes.
RFK getting announced as the Department of Health
That
head.
one
Yeah,
that one to
yeah,
me is gonna be revolutionary. I feel like if anything, that's gonna be the thing that's changes most about the American people because like your dietary habits, the way you eat, that's something that is very hard to change. And when you actually have RFK being there and exposing all the chemicals that we have in the food, in packaged food, in processed food, and fast food, and making actual changes, where I feel like there's going to be a lot of lawsuits against General Mills and other cereal companies who have been targeting towards kids, as well as candy companies, and even like
Yeah.
things like Prime and Gatorade. They're gonna have to remove all their chemicals.
All
I
the
mean,
additives, bro. Yep. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
100%.
RFK has this video where he talks about this dye that is banned all over Europe, but somehow it's in like every food that we have and even in our medicine.
I
So
saw it. Yeah.
if
Tartine,
you
something like that. Yeah.
yes, what is it called?
I think it's called Tartine, something like that. But he was able to as because he also used to be an environmental lawyer. He was able to like uh what's it called, sue companies for using that same chemical in the environment, and it's literally in our food. But the thing that made it really clear is like in Europe, all these things are allowed. So why in the world are they allowed in the U.S.? You know, our mortality rate in the U.S. is lower than most countries. And when it used to be like up to the 80s and 90s, it used to be great. We used to like live longer than people. We used to be healthier than most people. And now we've severely plummeted. And that's because of the FDA and because these regulations that we allow. So watch out, seed oils, bro. Watch out, all this bad shit. You know, watch out, Skittles. Watch out, all these food that's bad for you. You know, just make it the right. Just make it in a way that they make those things to make it profitable and make it easier, cheaper for them. But that's not to the benefit of the country, bro. Like it's literally killing us. You know, so it's a big thing, bro. It's gonna be a big change. I mean, and RFK also, he's what? How old is he? 60 something. He's buff, bro. He's fucking jacked. You know, I trust him. He's Jack City, bro. Yeah.
Have you seen him get like animals on Instagram and stuff? Like he just
Oh
gets like
yeah. He like a parrot just shows up. Like what the fuck?
he just grabs it. He grabs
Yeah.
a snake and then he just like
Yeah. He doesn't give a
the
fuck.
way the way he talks, if maybe if he didn't talk like this, he could be president, but he talks like this. No, but what
For
I'm saying is, I feel like that's gonna be a real change because once people fix their dietary like habits, a lot of people don't go back. Like once you lose a considerable amount of weight and you change the way you eat, you don't really go back to that. So it could be that Trump can do all these appoint all these people to be head of these different government agencies and intelligence committees. But politics is going to pass, and eventually Democrats are going to take back power or a different political party. But the way people eat, that's nature, like that's like biological, that has nothing to do with politics. So I feel like that's going to help the US a lot because people are going to lose weight. We're not going to have all these crazy diseases, pandemics,
mental health,
epidemics.
bro. It can help mental health too. I mean, there's a lot of studies that show these additives and stuff, you know, create
Yeah,
ADHD and anxiety and stuff. So it's gonna be beneficial. Like you said, like you're saying, it's beneficial to everyone to do. You know, it'll benefit all of us. If Chick-fil-A sandwich only had, you know, two ingredients instead of 45 ingredients or whatever it is, you know, it'd be great for all of us, I think.
yeah.
You know,
See, speaking of the Chick-fil-A sandwich, I had the new one today, bro. That shit sucked, bro. I regret it.
it has like a
You
it has
seen it?
like a cream on it, right? Or like a, what is it? Like a, you tried it?
Bro,
Trash?
it's just shredded cheese, bro. It's just like shredded white cheese and
Ugh,
some cream sauce. No lettuce, no pickle. It's called the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich. It's not worth it,
trash.
bro. It's trash. It's
Shit.
not
Yeah.
worth a damn calories.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, on to the next pick. So the next pick is Director of National Intelligence, DNI, and that is Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi
Gabbard.
Gabbard. Yeah.
Yes.
So this
So
is a big one, right?
yeah, the role for this is to lead the U.S. intelligence community, coordinating with the work of various intelligence agencies to ensure effective information sharing and intelligence gathering. So she's going to oversee the CIA, the NSA, the FBI to create a
Damn.
unified intelligence report. She's going to advise the president on national security and intelligence matters. She's going to coordinate counterintelligence efforts, cybersecurity initiatives, and responsible for foreign threats, and
Damn.
ensure intelligent operations align with the U.S. foreign policy and national security goals. I think this is a good choice. I think Tulsi Gabbard is someone who has shown that she's genuine in her beliefs, even if it goes against her party, and she exposes her party. So the fact that someone would like, when do you see a Democrat being like, "I'm no longer Democrat. I'm going to run as independent because they're full of lies." You don't see that because the
You know,
Democrats are bought off. Like you don't see AOC like committing, like admitting that things that they're doing are wrong. You don't see even Bernie Sanders saying like, "Hey, like I don't want to be a Democrat anymore." But Tulsi Gabbard, she is, because she's not loyal to the Democratic Party. She's loyal to the American people. So having
hmm
someone be like that, be the director of national intelligence, I feel like it's going to help put some transparency between these agencies and the American people. We're not going to get spied on, and if we are, we're going to know. So it's, I don't know. I think this is a really good pick, honestly.
I completely agree. She's a great pick. She's a former veteran. She served in Iraq. She was, and while she was a Democrat, she severely opposed Iraq and the Afghan war. And this is another reason that she had to leave the Democratic Party, because they became the party for war, right? And she's completely against it. And she used to be a medic while she was in war, so she kind of got a whole. From what I saw a lot of podcasts, and they were talking about how she kind of got a different perspective of the war, and she was able to see, why we shouldn't have gone in there in the first place. Um, so I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a very important role. Providing briefs to the president about foreign affairs and any kind of intelligence that can pop up. That's
Yeah.
important. So I think she'll work probably like hand in hand with um, what's his name? Who's the other guy that was like kind of the CIA guy, the CIA director? What's his name?
That was
I think
Matt
she,
Gates.
yeah, they'll probably work a lot together. Probably a lot of crossover. Like if they're have a intelligence kind of as a priority. Um, so yeah, dude. I mean, I hope it goes well. It sounds like she's fit for the bill. Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
This is like a 360 because Trump was attacked by all the government agencies, all the intelligence agencies. The FBI spied on his campaign,
Yep.
doing false claims that he was colluding with the Russians, even though when they actually knew he wasn't, they still went
They still
according.
spun it.
You know,
Yeah.
the DOJ, Department of Justice, all the different criminal court cases that Trump has. When like we know he's not a criminal. He's probably someone who, maybe he did things that he shouldn't do when it comes to, like pursuing women. But like he doesn't deserve to be in jail for those things. But now it's like we're 180 because now Trump is appointing people to be ahead of these departments. So it's like now they're persecuting the departments themselves that were attacking Trump, that were persecuting Trump in the beginning. It's completely
Right.
flipped on his head.
It's flipped. Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more.
I
Um,
think this is why they wanted to put him in jail and kill him and everything, because like
they
now
knew
it's happening, bro.
the red wave is in, bro, and they're gonna change everything. Yeah. Um, so yeah, man, that sounds like a good. Is that it for the picks, right? Is that it, or is there more? Anything
There's
else pops up?
there's two more. The one that we don't really, I don't know if, I don't think we know about it, but it's Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. So the role of the Department of Defense (DoD) oversees the country's military forces and implementing defense policies.
Mhm.
Responsibilities include supervises all branches of the military, so Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Space Force.
Damn.
Ad-
Okay.
Advises the
Space Force.
president. Yeah, that's like a real one.
I know.
I
I
can't
know.
believe.
Trump made it, bro. Remember? Like he's the one that started it.
Yeah, I mean, do you think China and Russia have like a space force too, or no? Probably,
Apparently,
right?
I don't know. They must. Yeah. Oh, but
Um, and then this one,
wow.
the Department of Government Efficiency. That's a big one. That's Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. That one gets you hard.
What did Elon do, bro? Like he was like speaking, he
he,
went,
he
he
went
went,
fucking, he went like that, bro.
yeah.
Like a dummy.
He's
Uh,
funny, man. I don't know how he's gonna have time to do it. How does fucking Elon have time to be doing this shit, bro? He's gonna be
dude,
like
I was thinking like they're probably just gonna like Zoom call, right?
zoom
Like,
in. They're gonna be using Riverside to work on this shit.
yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, why fly over there? We can just use Zoom. It's efficiency,"
Yeah,
which
it's
is
about efficiency.
true.
Yeah, it is. Save money.
Like, yeah, imagine how much money Congress spends like flying out to Washington D.C. to like meet for like 2 or 3 days on a session when they could just do it online, like in people's homes. It would save
Yeah, save
hundreds of
money.
thousands of dollars.
Shit, probably hook millions. Yeah, yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, because you have all these Congress members saying like, "Oh, stop flying. You know, you're wasting fuels that go into the environment." Meanwhile, they're flying to DC like a couple of times a month, flying through the country to do things they can easily do remotely through like video networks and Zoom calls and
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah. that's true.
So let's just get a little bit into this department because it's new. Department of Government Efficiency. The role
Hmm.
is a newly proposed department aimed at overseeing and improving the effectiveness of government operations and reducing bureaucratic waste. So,
I'm telling you, bro, audits. They gotta have fucking audits for days. Audit every fucking agency and find fucking holes, find findings, and make them fucking fix their shit. Cause I guarantee you, bro, they're not doing shit right in there, bro. There's no way they're fixing.
yeah,
They're doing their
you're
shit
very
right.
familiar with audits, aren't you, Miguel?
Yeah, dude. I work in quality, so I know how this shit works, bro. People, the thing is though, the people that come audit you, they have to be like unbiased, and they have to like come in and be looking whatever standards that they look for in the government, they have to be working too. And if they have procedures they're not working to, then you're gonna get fucking written up, and you better fix your shit, or you're gonna get fucking fired. Uh, so that's what needs to happen, bro. They need to get audited heavily, and the budget needs to get aligned with what it you know it needs to be less, bro. We're in a fucking huge ass deficit, and we
Yeah,
haven't paid any of the debt off. So it's like we need to start cutting down, bro.
yeah, you're right. I mean, some of the responsibilities for this are going to be streamline government processes, eliminating redundancies, and enhancing efficiency across agencies.
Hmm.
Manage government reform initiatives such as cutting unnecessary expenditures and reducing workforce size.
Right.
Introduce and implement technologies to improve productivity and cost effectiveness. These are all the things that we've mentioned right
AI
now.
and shit.
Pretty spot
Yeah,
on.
100. They got to do that shit, bro. They got to improve everything. They're probably fucking using Microsoft Word 2003 on that bitch, bro. They haven't updated their servers, bro. They got like old ass fucking computers. I just picture like old ass people going like this in the and working there, and
Yeah,
shit. Like just some
dude.
boomers, bro.
Imagine like if Nancy Pelosi's computer. I don't think that shit has Windows 11, bro. So I think that shit has like Windows
It's got
Vista,
Windows
bro.
Vista. Vista. Yes.
It has the
X.
paperclip. You remember
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit?
The one on the bottom.
That was like ahead of its time, bro. That was like some AI shit, like low
That
key.
was some AI shit, bro. I helped you out. I can help you. Yeah.
Do you have any predictions on more picks that Trump is gonna do?
Let's see. Theo Vaughn is head of entertainment. Not playing around. I don't know. Let's see. Speaker of the House. No, that's not them. Who's gonna be? What else is left? What's another big one? Department of
Who did?
Energy. Department of Energy, right? Like, okay, energy. Who did he appoint yet? He hasn't appointed anyone, right?
No, Department of Energy.
Because it will be someone who like doesn't want to like stop fracking and all that shit. So that might be a big one. Um, I don't know who was in mind for him.
You know, it'd be
Uh,
crazy if he picks Greg Abbott or some shit like that.
Fuck that. I bet it's a failure too, bro. Let's be honest. But maybe like I don't know. I think it's a big one though. Department of Energy. Trump. Let me see.
Let's see.
I think that's a big one because like that's the future right there, bro. Former official amongst governors. Okay, let's see who he has. Two governors and several former Department of Energy officials are among people supported. Okay. I don't see. Okay. Dan Bruyette is president and
Yeah.
CEO of the Edison Electric Institute, a lobbying group for power companies. Trump connection. Bruyette served as Trump's energy secretary from 2019 to 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Doug Burgum. Okay, he's the one I think I heard of. Burgum is the
Governor of North Dakota. Yeah.
yes. After ending his own presidential debate in December, Burgum became the Trump campaign's leading energy and policy advisor. I was going to be him then. He also served as surrogate at several Trump events and was speculated to be VP. He almost became VP. So that's going to be him, Burgum. I think that's my guess. I think I'll be right on that. I think
Doug
it'd be him.
Burgum.
Yeah,
Weird
Doug
names,
Burgum.
bro. Never heard of these names.
I know.
Um, it's kind of weird because like once
Tim
they pick,
Walz. Imagine he picks Tim Walz.
oh,
I'm just a knucklehead, but he picked me, so I'm grateful.
oh, I'm just a knucklehead. I could be a knucklehead sometimes, Trump. Dude, Tim Walz, like more people voted for Trump than Kamala Harris in Tim Walz County, bro. That's horrible. Your own county betrayed you, bro.
That's hilarious, bro. That's a good way. I think that's a good way to wrap it up, bro. Because that's gonna Waltz is a knucklehead. We're just a couple of knuckleheads having a podcast, y'all. That's all we gotta say about that one.
Well, I goes you. I goes you. I hope you guys enjoyed this different
Let
way
us.
of giving you the news. It's an entertaining way because we're goofballs. We're
We're
knuckleheads
a
over
couple
here.
knuckleheads, but let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think? Who else should have been nominated for these guys? Like, what do you think about freaking Musk running in the government? Is that weird? Is that too much power? Let us know what you let us know what you think, guys. We'll
Yeah,
appreciate your
that's
input.
right. So, like it or not, watch it or
Fuck with it
not,
or not, it's
it's whatever.
whatever.
Peace.
Peace. All right, that was good.
All right, that was 40 minutes.
Good shit, bro.
That was good, bro.